How you doing, YouTubers? This is Gabe 29027 coming at you with an overview on the brand new Sig Sauer P290 9mm compact firearm. This is a brand new gun just out by Sig. Again, you can see that it is a first edition P290 9mm. And if you're looking to get one exactly like this, you're going to want to do that from pistolsandparts.com. He'll have a couple of these in stock ready to go. Alright, a couple of quick stats on this gun. Is a 9mm handgun. Magazine capacity is 6. You can get an extended magazine with a pinky that will bump that magazine up to 8 rounds. It is a double action only pistol. 9 pounds on the trigger pull. Overall length is going to be 5.5 inches. Overall height is going to be 3.9 inches. Overall width is going to be 1.1 with the slide catch lever. It does come with the night sights, and the weight with the magazine is 20.5 ounces. Frame material is out of polymer. The frame finish is black, and then the slide is stainless steel. Included with this firearm is one 6-round magazine, which is right here. It does have a very similar appearance to the Sig P238 magazine. It looks like a good looking magazine, like a high gloss finish on it. It does come with a hard carrying case. Here's a quick look of what the firearm would look like in the case. Place for the magazine, place for the firearm itself, and then that empty slot I believe is going to be for the laser if you choose to opt for that. Something that is kind of cool about this particular gun, the first edition, is it also comes with an extra set of the grip panels. These are just plain logo of Sig Sauer, but really when buying this kind of gun right here, especially this first edition, it's cool in the fact that you kind of get to own a piece of Sig Sauer history. Brand new design, and it's something that's pretty cool. US-based gun, developed by Sig, brand new, and it'd be kind of cool to be one of the first people to own something like this. Something else that you'll notice about this particular firearm is it does have a very low serial number. The serial numbers are in the 700s. I believe both of the guns that Pistols and Parts has in stock are in the low serial numbers. He's been kind enough to actually allow me to shoot this video because I wasn't able to get my hands on one in the gun shop, so I was very pleased to bring this to you. With this first edition P290 firearm, there was only 2,000 of this particular model made, and again, he has 2 of them in stock. And he also has a fantastic price listed at $599.99, which is pretty hard to beat, I imagine, anywhere else on the internet. Alright, kind of getting to like dynamics of the gun. Again, it is a double action only. It does have a hammer. More of a cut-off hammer though, so it doesn't look like it's going to get snagged up on anything. As a matter of fact, the design of the gun seems pretty good. Like if you was to holster it or pour it from clothing, there's not a whole lot on this gun that would really snag up on anything at all, which makes it kind of cool. It does feel pretty beefy. Has a pretty decent weight to it, although it does feel a little bit front heavy. But with a full magazine of 147 grain hollow points or something, it's probably going to really balance it out nicely. On the bottom, a lot of you are probably going to look and say, what exactly is that little plug? This one right here. But what they did is they kind of designed the bottom of this frame to accommodate that laser. And what they want is they want that laser to be on there like a rock. So what you basically have to do is take that plug out if you choose to opt for the Sig brand laser. There's a notch that laser fits directly in there. And then if you notice on the trigger guard itself, there's a notch right here that allows, gripping for that laser too. So when you do put that laser on there, it clamps on there nice and hard. Standard on this gun are the night sights, or brought by Sig, which in my opinion are pretty darn good. Alright, taking this gun apart, this is the frame itself. The grip panels are interchangeable, and I see in the future that you'll probably have a lot of different options to put something in there, maybe like some wood grain or something to make it look pretty cool. In order to take the grip panels off, which I'm not going to do today, there is a dowel that's in there that will allow you to punch that out and then take those grips and replace them with the grips. On the top side of the frame, if you can see in there, kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at, magazine well, and then the frame itself. You see where you had to twist that part out in order to accommodate the laser in there. The frame, built really heavy duty, a lot of weight, and that's probably a good thing, although the overall weight for the gun is not that bad at 20 ounces. A lot of weight on the frame itself, which is probably going to help with the amount of recoil that the small gun will have. The slide is all stainless steel, and I'll give you a look at the ejector as well as the inside where, if there's any type of area on the frame. Something that I did notice is that it does have kind of like a similar take apart to 1911, how you'd be able to access the firing pin and spring housing. Imagine that you probably just press that firing pin down, and then that will slide right out and allow you to clean that area. Alright, the guide rod and spring, a little bit unique in itself. That's how it's going to come out of the gun. In order to take it apart, It is 2 different springs, and then the guide rod. And then in order to put it back together, it'd be the same way. The barrel, it's unique. I really haven't seen one like it before. It kind of flares out like in the shape of a bell towards the end of it. Seems like it's a pretty heavy duty barrel, and I imagine that you could probably put plus P through this. And you can see the ramp. And gun's back together now. One more other thing about this, slide release is right here. It does have an ambidextrous magazine release, which is located here, and you can flip it over to the other side if you choose to do so. Magazine itself is a drop free, and it pretty much shoots that thing right out. It's kind of cool. Anyway, there you have it. I appreciate you tuning in and looking at this. If you're interested in this as well as the other one that Pistols and Parts has on stock, definitely call him up and order it. It would be cool to own a piece of one of these first run editions. And who knows, if you tuck it away somewhere, it might be worth something later. I appreciate you again for viewing. If you like this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up.